Hello, my name is Emily Tollis, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about New Zealand. So, for anyone who doesn't know, New Zealand is right here. It's a little bit below Australia. So, these are the plate boundaries. So, for New Zealand, it is set directly on a border of the Australian plate and the Pacific plate. These two plates are convergent, which means they go inwards. This can cause other geologic features and they can be pretty destructive, such as volcanoes and earthquakes. For earthquakes, the largest one that was in New Zealand so far was an 8.1. It was in 2021 and it created a tsunami. Two other earthquakes also hit around the same time, and they were all over a 7.0, and they were very destructive. Again, this is the Pacific plate and the Australian plate, and it causes so many earthquakes because it's pushing towards each other and even a little bit dragging. So the movement can cause a lot of shaking. These earthquakes can cause a lot of other geologic hazards. Mass wasting is one of them, and the other one is volcanoes. So here I have a map included of a bunch of really big volcanoes that are commonly known in New Zealand. Some of the ones I'm going to be talking about is Mayor Island, White Island, and Taupo right here. So the first one, White Island, right here, it erupted in December 9th, 2019. It killed 22 people, and there were a lot more people that were injured. Mayor Island, right here, is actually a caldera volcano. It is the smallest caldera volcano, and it is now dormant after it exploded. Taupo, right here, in the middle, it is also a caldera volcano. It was a supervolcano, and when it erupted, it produced two of the most powerful explosions that New Zealand has seen. So it's a pretty big volcano, a pretty big deal. Bodies of water, right here, I have them labeled. The first one is right here. It's the second largest lake in New Zealand, in the Northern Island, but it's only by surface area. So if you look down at it and measured like across and then that way, and you totaled up the square footage, it would be like the second largest. The average depth is only 10 meters, so it's pretty shallow. The second one right here is the largest in water volume. So instead of looking at the square footage of the lake, you could look at how much water the lake holds instead, which is more than this one. This lake has been modified a lot by the eruptions of different volcanoes, and especially caldera volcanoes. And then third, right there, it is the largest crater lake in New Zealand. So it was formed from a caldera volcano that exploded, and essentially water filled it up, and it became a lake. The level of the lake is now controlled by an energy company, so it doesn't overflow, and it can be managed. My last one is mountains. The three largest mountains in New Zealand. The first one is Mount Cook. It is 3,724 feet, and it's named after Captain James Cook, who was very famous for exploring a lot of peaks and mountains in New Zealand. He discovered actually quite a few. Mount Tasman is 3,497 feet, and it is the second highest mountain in New Zealand. And then Mount Bruin, which is right here, it is 3,199 feet. This is a very popular rock climbing spot, and they have lots of routes and anchors that they've now put into there, so people can lead climb, or trad climb even if they wanted to. And it's very popular. Finally, I have just an extra little thing that made me want to choose New Zealand in the first place. I thought it was pretty cool. It's called bioluminescent water. It's also known as aura at the sea. The plankton in the water light up so that they can scare away predators and distract them, and it causes this glowing, twinkling light. It's pretty cool. Finally, this is my last slide. It's just a couple pictures. This is the kiwi. Yeah, thank you.